Hello, everyone. This was Miss Polly. I was coming to you guys to make a little video this evening, the evening before Christmas. I just got off work, and I had the urgency to kind of give some content out here, and so people can view it over winter break. Well, anyway, I'll tell you what's been going on. I am still out here on a few platforms. I am still on Tagged, Tagged. I do stream on there quite often. I also been on Facebook. As you know, my name is Miss Polly on there. Also, all platforms is either Miss Polly, Polly Wright, or Miss Polly. Um, as in some form, but Miss Polly with the MZPOLY. So I like to let you guys know if you want to see me other places than just YouTube. I'm other places. I also am selling shirts. I have some of my shirts. For example, sorry if you hear my son back there, but this is a Polly Wright, Polly Life, and it says I'm only as strong as my foundation on there. Shirts like this, I can have those kind of customized for you. Obviously, we want to cater. We have a Miss Polly shirts, Polly Alright, the black tank there. And I have some other, one more I'd like to show you before we get into our video today. So this is my Polly Wright, polyandry, polygamy, and polyamorous at the bottom. This one's pretty cool. I like that one a lot. It's one of my favorites. Okay, so that's one of my favorites. But I'm selling those shirts, $20 each, free shipping, for the first 10 that I've been gonna sell. I also have different colors, different varieties and sizes. Just hit me up in my comments if you'd like to get one. I'm also trying to set it up so I can have it underneath of our videos. So that'd be nice. Also, like I said, most platforms I am going by Miss Polly. So if you have Snap or anything like that, you'll probably find me under Miss Polly. Instagram, I haven't done one yet for Miss Polly, so I'm going to make one up hopefully this weekend and have that up for you guys, so we can add pictures and all that lovely stuff. And if you guys are interested in being Polly or have questions about Polly things and new, this is where you should want to be, because we're going to give you all that great information and try to, share things that have happened with us personally and things like that. I'm going to try to do some interviews with some people who are poly so we can kind of get, an idea of what other people think and things like that. So I hope you guys are here for the ride for us on our poly journey. Basically, my journey isn't one example, but everyone's journey, obviously, who comes on here is going to get you the information you'd like to know about poly. So one of the things that I wanted to discuss today, one topic that came up, which I find is very interesting, is solo poly. A lot of people don't understand what that means and they get confused by the words, because solo actually means one. So you're like, why are you going to solo poly, right? So we want to just clarify some of that up here. And then I'm going to look up here something for us while I'm going this. So a solo poly relationship, I just want you guys to know what the definition here is. When we think of polyamory, we usually think of someone who has multiple committed relationships or one primary relationship plus several secondary partners. But others instead refer to have a number of secondary partners. Some of these partners refer to themselves as solo partners. Okay? So basically, so how can I explain this? This is how I view it, the way I can put it in layman's terms for everyone. You're solo because you're doing your own thing. You're not saying anyone's your main partner. And a lot of poly relationships have like, oh, these are my main two partners or my main, two partners. And I may talk to someone on the side outside of that main group. That's what I would consider a solo poly. That individual is connected to you, but that you may not be their primary partner, but they may be one of yours, if that makes any sense. So I'm trying to give a good example would be solo partner describes a certain kind of intimate relationship structure. Typically, this is being open to having more than one non-exclusive intimate relationship at a time with all-around informed consent. So, So if you have a married couple and they say they start dating me, right? And then I have a boyfriend that I also see on the side, but I don't really go outside of my married couple or my partner on the side. Well, he's my solo partner. He's not seeing anyone; he's just seeing me. But I'm a solo partner to them because I still have alternative partners on the side. That's just an example of a situation. So I still kind of do things on my own, but I'm still part of their group. Okay. So some people like to do that. It gives them a lot more freedom to be able to have different relationships and not being a closed triad. A lot of couples would like closed triads because it kind of keeps everything safe, sexual wise too, to make sure nothing happens. And it also makes sure that your partners are really getting close and intimate with you the way you want them to be. So that is also a good thing. If you want to be a solo partner, it's not a bad idea. Tell the people that you would like to be with that, hey, I'm going to be solo. I'm going to be with you. I'm going to be another person. Some people also confuse solo poly with just being free. You're just dating and doing whatever. It doesn't mean you don't want to have the intimacy of a relationship and closeness of a one-on-one relationship with someone. It just means that even though you're close with one person, you still, or a couple, you would still want to go outside of maybe those bounds. Okay, and that's okay. Especially with people who really maybe don't want to commit to something, like a relationship with a husband and wife, and you want to be with them, but you don't want to be in a closed, committed relationship with them where you can't date anyone else. Well, that would be a little hard for you. So you may want to ask them, hey, are you okay with me being your solo partner? So I can maybe date someone else. Or if I have a fetish on the side where I'm maybe possibly someone's dom and I have a sub, can I be your partner and have my sub? Those are things that would kind of make you also a solo partner. And that's just what it is. But also remember what we say is to always be upfront with what you want. You never know what somebody might consider or not consider, especially if you're poly. Poly doesn't mean that we're only, poly kind of is like, okay, give me an option and then I'll think about it. And I'm not saying every poly relationship's like that, because some poly people have a specific thing they're looking for, and that's great. But if you throw it out there, don't be afraid, because maybe in that particular time in their life and their poly journey, they may be open to something different. Like myself, I was only polyandry, and based on the fact that I'm in Nebraska, there's not a lot of crazy people, wanting to be poly all over the place. We're a very conservative state. A lot of people are quiet about their poly lifestyle. This is something that causes me to have to sometimes look outside of polyandry or anything like that. And I considered possibly dating couples because of that. It didn't mean that I gave up on polyandry. It just means that I'm open to other things because there may be more opportunity to have the kind of relationship I'm looking for if there is a couple. And that just something that just I have to deal with, unless I want to do long distance. So that's also an option too. So really think about, what you can be open to, and being, really open with what you're willing to do is a good thing. So that's my little spill on solo poly. And please remember to practice safe sex. You know what I'm saying? Always take your time to get to know your partners and bond with them properly. We want to work on our foundations. That's always been our thing, is to poly right. We're always looking to poly right and make sure we're representing poly in the right lifestyle that we'd like people to see us in. All right. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet. But this is our video about solo poly. Hit me up on any of those formats. If you want to join my poly group on Miss Poly Right on Facebook, feel free to do that. And we're going to be having some, calls through, not Skype, But duo call and things like that. If we can figure out different ways to do things where we can communicate with each other as a group and have conversation. We're going to do that. And Zoom calls and things like that. So feel free to join those groups, and I will be back with some more lovely short videos for you guys. I hope to see you after Christmas. Bye.